welcome to Perspectives. My name is Jeff Brenner, and I am your host. A Washington woman dies under the new assisted suicide law called Death with Dignity. Should doctors be able to assist in the death of their patients? Is this playing God?
Well, did you know though that in every state it's always been legal to kill yourself? We don't really need. Suicide's never been against the law.
Well, the issue is not killing yourself. The law, the problem is the assistance in killing yourself.
Yes,
that's
sometimes
the issue.
they can't do it themselves.
Right,
Right.
prescribing the
So
medications
killing
and-
yourself, what are they going to do? Arrest you?
Well, you know, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's always been legal to commit suicide. I don't understand why we need to have it sanctioned by doctors. If somebody says, you know what, for whatever reason, I want to end my life because I'm suffering for whatever reason, you've always got that option. My point is just that, you know, to start bringing, you know, doctors into it for assistance, it really starts going to an area that concerns me. I think if somebody wants to end their life, they've always had the option to do it.
Well, my issue with that is that I think that you're starting to take on a role that you shouldn't. I mean, you're not the creator.
You mean the doctor or the
Everyone.
patient?
The doctor, the mother, the husband, the son, you are not the creator. I mean, have you seen situations where it looks like the doctor says you got 3 days to live, and then that person end up living 6 years? And I know me myself, being a 3-year cancer survivor, when you hear that word cancer, it's a small word, but it is heavy on your shoulders. So if I had decided, oh Lord, this is it, I want out, I'm gonna die, can you help me? Yes.
But it's not as simple as that, Jelena.
I know,
look
but
at what
I just
they
don't-
require, that they need 2 doctors to certify that they're terminally ill, and the person has to do it in writing.
They have to be
Right,
competent.
but I think what
I can see it's an extension of it, but I mean, what if there's someone who's bedridden, you know, and
Paralyzed.
yeah, and they're in extreme pain, and they are going to die. There's just no hope for this person. There are people like that.
Okay, but that's just it. You just said they are going to die. We don't. I mean, it all depends on your belief. If you believe in miracles, I mean, you don't know.
Right, but
So
not
we
everybody
believe
has the
she's taking-
ability. I mean, like I said, if you're bedridden, you're in pain, you can't just get up and walk
Go
over
and
and
get
go
a-
get a
grab
bottle
a
of
gun,
pills.
yeah.
You need that prescription.
I just think that the
It
doctor.
does say in here you have to
I just
administer
think that
it
the
yourself.
doctor shouldn't be involved. You know, maybe if it's your loved one, maybe. But I just think that doctors leave too many, you know,
And they don't
doors
have
open
to be involved, though.
where
It says here, if
Yeah,
they don't
I mean-
agree with the law, they don't have to participate in it.
I agree. I mean, this doesn't say specifically that they're giving the government the ability to decide whether you should die or not. It's up to you, and they're just saying that before you could be persecuted by the government.
I am totally for this decision, okay? Because I'll tell you, I had a high school friend that had lymphatic cancer. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's these little spikes that come out of your neck, head, mouth, everywhere. Now the cancer was dead. They went in there, they got the cancer. 6 months later, it popped back out. We are not cancer patients other than Jelena, okay?
The issue is not whether he took his own life.
Right.
The issue is not whether it's okay for somebody to take their life. We're saying, is it okay for you to say, listen, doctor, listen, friend. Now, had he asked you to shoot him, then this is what we're talking about. See, we're not talking about him taking his own life.
It also goes to this whole devaluing life thing, which it does play into the next steps of where this goes in terms of legislation. I mean,
Do you think
Jennifer,
that's
you've already-
devaluing life?
I think that the whole concept of the culture going towards, you know, you've been given a 6-month diagnosis, which who knows, I mean, science isn't absolute, that it's suddenly just going to become, you know, okay, that we're just, as soon as somebody gets a terminal diagnosis, they can just end it all. To me, that devalues
I don't think
life.
that most people will, though. I think that most people will
want
try to fight it.
Most people want to fight.
But I think if a human being has decided that they're ready to give up, that even though there's a possibility they could live 10 more years in horrible pain, and it's their choice to end it, they should have the right to do
I'm
that.
not, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm
You
just
did
saying,
that all this time.
why do we need? That's
I
never
don't
been
think
against
it's
the
a bottle
law
of pill,
to
by
do
the
that.
way.
No.
That has never been against the
And
law.
by the way-
to
She
do
may
that.
not be able to-
What I'm
What
trying to
refers-
say
mobile.
is we don't need all this intervention into people's
Referring
lives.
to flexibility is not about the old style or the old ways to kill yourself by a bottle of pills. It's by one single injection. Okay, I had this medicine.
You
in my,
said that so yesterday.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
it's a one single injection. It's the same thing what the United States government used on dead men walking. You know the prisoners. Okay, the same type of injection. There's no pain. It's a short death. But if you swallow a bottle of pill, it doesn't mean that you're gonna die. Not 100%. You're gonna wake up in pain, nauseated, whatever, in more pain, and they're gonna have to pump your stomach to save your life.
True.
Do we have to go through all that?
So-
No. It's a single injection,
Not if you
which is
tell
for
me you don't want
sure.
it pumped.
Competent patient, sick patient. And I think that we should all agree with that.
Well, it's the whole point.
No,
Death
Robert, I
with
think that we all
dignity,
should be
you know?
entitled to our own opinions. I don't think
Right,
that your
but-
goal should be to try to force everybody to
And
agree
I
with
do
you.
agree with you. We have to be flexible. But
You
then
agreeing
again, that was.
to-
I'm not asking
You-
for
you
flexibility,
agreeing
I'm
right
just
now?
stating my opinion.
But then again, that was my perspective, right?